The new Nicolet offers pretty much everything a student would want in high school and beyond. The original building was built in 1952 by Fritz von Grossman. We had a great shell, and the building itself, the envelope was excellent. And what we were able to do is preserve some of the original architecture, windows, courtyards. This is great because it gave us an opportunity to change what our office is. We can now make accessible for students. So it allows for us to maintain the historical component of Nicolet, but renovating it to a modern, state-of-the-art facility on the inside.
When we value the environments that kids are learning in, those walls, the floors, the desks, the way kids are seated in a classroom, the ability of us to teach, the ability of kids to learn goes up. So we're constantly looking at how those things around people are able to contribute to that learning that's happening.
As we redesigned the spaces, we started to rethink how we teach, how we move forward, how we can offer things to students. Nicolet has a strong focus on the academic pathway, four-year colleges, two-year colleges. That has always been a strong part of our history. We're also noticing that there are a number of students growing in the industry, workforce, and certifications. What we have the opportunity now is to offer students deeper programs in career-ready pathways.
So one of the goals we have in the building is to get every student, every graduating senior to leave with either college credit or an industry certification. So we want kids to leave knowing that they have a leg up on peers and are prepared for college classrooms, or that they're prepared for the workplace and they have some certifications that allow them to become employable and be successful in that occupation if they choose to go that route.
We have a number of high-tech, cutting-edge tools that people in the professional industries would use, the same as we do. We also have a TV studio where our video group can make all sorts of nice videos, amazing videos with beautiful backgrounds and a green screen and all sorts of things to make it much more high quality than it used to be, as well as a recording studio with nice mics and nice audio booths.
Over here we have our brand new CNC, which we call Bertha, as you can see right here on the name. As we get over here, we have our miter saws, planer, we have a sander right here, and then we have these two table saws, which are really nice for cutting big material off. Then over here, we have our brand new drill presses and band saws, which are really nice to use when we just need to do like a simple cut instead of running it on the CNC. Work tables, we have our welding stations, the mezzanine, which is storage for in class, and then below it, it's just like a storage space for all of the tools that we'll use. It's basically our shop.
The big part of this renovation was obviously supported by our community, which is huge to show support for education and Nicolet High School in itself. About 13 to 14% of our project is the outdoor athletic facilities. Our soccer stadium, our football stadium, tennis courts, baseball and softball stadiums, those are highly visible to the public as they're driving by, but the reality is about 86 to 88% of the project is really inside the buildings. And that's from floor to ceiling, from underground to above the roof.
The building is about 400,000 square feet, so we had a new addition to performing arts.
This is the green room. This is where all of the actors get ready, as well as where we keep all of our costumes. Here you can see actors getting in makeup, in their costumes, and getting microphones.
We had a new addition to our athletic, our A wing of the building. It was enclosing a courtyard. We redid our fitness center.
I like the Nicolet weight room because I'm an athlete of like soccer and wrestling, so we got to get those gains in.
We have new bleachers in the gym. And we had a new addition to our CTE, or our Innovation Arts wing of the building. Ceramics lab, an art metals lab, a painting studio, a culinary lab, a digital design studio, a photography studio, a green screen room where we can film and do broadcasting and pieces related to film production. And then we added that autos bay, we added an engineering space, and really what all this building stuff led us to is enhancing the course offerings that we have. So we now have a retail management class, which runs our school store. We have architecture classes, which design different elements, and then kids can go across the hall to build the elements that they've just designed. We have an autos programming that we never had with autos bays, where kids can get hands-on experience.
I like that we can work on actual cars instead of doing simulations. I like that we can get a car on the lift and do an oil change on it for free for people in Nicolet. And like right now, me and my friends are doing spark plug changes, and they actually get to practice it multiple times instead of having to experience it once while they actually get a job in the automotive industry.
I've been at Nicolet for 25 years and have taught literally in every room in the department, and it's been awesome that all the rooms have been completely renovated and are rebuilt with complete new technology. And then additionally, all the classrooms have both now a formal lecture space as well as a lab space. In more of a traditional classroom, you'd have the lab set up against the walls, which kind of made it like you'd have to like snake in and out, in and out, in and out to get to all the kids, versus here, I can get to all my kids in a much more efficient time. Plus, it also enhances learning because they can work in both a small group at their spoke, as I call them, but at the same time, it's super easy. You can turn 30 degrees and you have access to, all of a sudden, I can go from a group of 4 to a group of 12. It's just more conducive to the dynamic job that teaching and education is, where you can shift on the fly. It just meets the students' needs, which I think is the best part.
Through the design process, we're looking at how can we use the space during the school day for student educational purposes, after school for co-curricular activities, clubs, teams, sports, and then for community events in the nights, weekends, breaks, summer. So we have a number of recreation classes, Breads of the World, ballroom dancing, stained glass, painting, drawing. So giving community access to the same facilities students would have during the day for classes, we're giving those same spaces to the community in evenings for adult education classes.
For us, it's a cultural piece. It's not just students, it's staff too, but how do we get people to work together, developing each other as teachers and really building on each other's thoughts and ideas, and then replicating that with students? How do we intentionally teach students how to work together? We built intentionally designed collaborative spaces, looking at how do we take learning that can exist not just in the classroom, but what kids might see once they leave Nicolet, right? What they might see at college campuses, what they might see in the workplace, where collaboration is celebrated, where collaboration is encouraged, where there are places kids can go that don't feel like they're just that classroom environment, but really looking at how do we intentionally get kids the opportunity to be in front of each other in a setting that promotes discussion, that promotes divergent opinions, and that promotes an ability to interact with each other's ideas and possible solutions to those issues we're trying to solve. How to intentionally look at problems that exist in our community and in our world and really design our instruction around building the skills and abilities to help students be able to someday address those problems that they see locally, in our state, and internationally, and in our country.